Good morning to one and all present over here. My topic is assess and enrich e-learners performance quality outperform using educational data mining by comparing before and after corona improve the accuracy in Tamil Nadu state. This is Dr. M. Saranya, Associate Professor in PKR Arts and Science College, Kobichettpalayam, Tamil Nadu, India. My co-authors are Dr. P. Ravichandran and Dr. M. Shanti. This is my agenda: abstract, introductions, main elements, proposed work, proposed approach, results and discussions, conclusions and references. Abstract. In the olden days in India, we follows only the educational system by Gurukulam. In the Gurukulam means every students went to Guruji's house and they have to learn from the single Guruji. He is the capable of all capacities. But later the educational system can be converted into schools and colleges where all the staff, students and teachers were accumulated in one place, and that place is termed as a school or colleges. And nowadays after the corona, during the corona batch, the total educational systems can be converted into online learning, where anyone from anywhere, any learning, that is called as online learning. Not only the learners, not only the students, but also all kind of learners, that is even from the kids to elders and older ladies and gentlemen, where they are staying in the home itself, they can be able to learn anything. The main aim of my paper is the quality of education system. I consider the corona period as 2019 to 2022. During these 4 years, that will be compared with that existing offline classes from the past 10 years. I used the Navy-based probabilistic model for the emotional identifiers and the ridge and ratio regressions models for the outperform representations. Introduction. Intelligent live monitoring system. As we know that ILMS is a new environment that is used to monitor the students who are not listening the classes online properly. That is, they may sleep, they didn't touch any screens at all, or they cannot respond any queries in the online teaching. This is, or else they can minimizes the current class windows and they can surf on the internet at anywhere. So that is called as intelligent live monitoring systems. The main hunt of my paper is machine learning methods for most absolute calculations of the learner capacity. That is the machine learning method which is used to find that absolute calculations of the learner's capacity. So I observed the survey data over that 7,98,221 learners from the year of 19 to 22. It is very difficult to judge learners growing skill to crack many queries. That is already existing questions. That is last classes, and the next class the students are not able to understand, not able to answer the queries. So that students can be taken as slow learners. So this is the model that produces the estimated possibility of true response to a query. That is the final product of the machine learning algorithm. Main elements, I consider the only 4 main elements, that is heterogeneous ILMS study about the current data sources. That is the students from various sources, maybe not only the school students but also the learners. That learners may be of any kind of data. So that is the heterogeneous ILMS study. And next one is enhanced learners performance sampling by integrating prerequisite and the layered structure across the data components. That is every learner's performance that taken to be a sample and their prerequisites are layered into the data components. I took the data sets from the 2019 to 2022 for the test data and the past 10 years for the training data. Enhanced learner performance sampling by combining the register entry features. Register entry features is the must key factor of my paper. That is, with the set of queries were replied applied properly. That is register entry system where the students log entry, that is the learners log entry in the online portal, and a set of queries which is replied properly, that is that students to be taken as an bright students. Enhance learners performance sampling by combining multiple models training for the specific context. This is the sample questions can be again simultaneously passed to all the students. If the students are slow learners, they have to be taken much more classes that could be identified by the sparse matrix. If that sparse matrix contains many zeros, we find that many zeros that can be converted into one by giving that prerequisite questions. This is the my proposed work. In the ILMS, I calculated the learner's probability to solve many problems. That is, it performs and estimates the learner skills they generate. That is the most important impact of the present ILMS. It is to accept every learner's individual skill level at all time in the syllabuses. There are three important categories to import to estimate the performances of the sampling method. First one is a Navy-based Bayesian classification. Navy-based probabilistic model. Second one ridge regression, and third one lasso regressions. This is the data sets. As I said that already, from the 2019 to 22, which to be taken as the data sets from the government of India, and the number of learners for the every year, and unique questions. That is for example for maths, we collect the set of sample questions that to be taken as a unique questions. And DC is the data components, total number of data components for the year, and the total entry in the classrooms, and the number of queries. That queries is a unique questions, and the average accuracy that should be calculated based on these values. And the study materials is that provided, and the query bundles that is already provided in the Google Classrooms, and the elapsed time, how many slabs they are elapsed, difficulty in questions, that is to find out the difficulty questions, and the online videos. Is that online videos sufficiently provided to the class students, and the reading time, how they are reading properly, notes, that is the study material that is passed to the students, and the platform which is used for the students. And next one, proposed approach. As I said that already, I used three models. The first one is the Navy based probabilistic model, that is a supervised learning method. This is essential and the efficient classification for the super fast machine learning algorithm. This is used to create and fast predictions. Probabilistic classifications uses that probability of dk slash n, that is equal to dk divided by probability of n dk divided by probability of x. Here the k denotes as the total number of communications is in the data tuple dk, that is equal to ct comma st. Ct is a communication type, st is a summarized data sources. K is a kth iterations of the query, and the st is the query number qt plus 1. Here p of probability of rt plus 1 equal to 1, and qt rt means reply, and q means queries for the question number n1, that is to be denoted here. And next one, ridge regression model. This ridge regression model only concentrate on who are not listening the offline classes or skipping the online classes. So that enables the overfitting the learners data, bias, and variances about the slow and weak learners. The new parameter, highly correlated variable, taken as an input parameter. It achieved by the weak learners response for the past queries. The existing matrix of weak learners has been filled by the more zeros, that is they don't know about the answer, but after training all the weak and slow learners, that will be converted zeros but replaced by ones with the help of the followings. That is, every training regression, real values of the vector denoted by v1 to vn, that is the entry data in the initial point of the queries, that will be taken as the two-dimensional array, and row header are the topic, and listening detail as a column header. Initially, correlation matrix has a many zeros and list the little number of ones. Then identify the zeros taken as a slow and weak linears. That zeros that by applying the ridge regression selections, rectangular part of the zeros that are closer to the ones. Identify the zeros in the correlation matrix and train the particular learners in the previous grid. Previous queries ID. Now, many nulls in the correlation matrices can be converted into ones matrix. Next one is the lasso regressions. Why I jumped from ridge regression to lasso regression means ridge regression is the lack of probability of coefficient selections, includes all the predictor variable at the last stage to find more close to value of correlation matrix, and also used to regularize to predict the more accurate data to show the high volume of multicollinearity. In the ridge regression, multicollinearity ratio will be very less, whereas the lasso regression multicollinearity ratio is a more high volume of data, and to automate the addition of parameter or removal of some variable. Here I use the penalty is a extra additional coefficient for the every training data that gets the list variances in the test data and control the predictor variable by choosing the appropriate coefficient. Lasso regression is estimated by the residual sum of squares with adding beta and multiplying the total absolute value of magnitude of coefficients. Here beta is the total shrinkage. When beta equal to 0, the residual sum is squared and every feature is taken to be considered. If beta equal to infinity, no feature is not considered. The bias increased based on the increases of the beta. Inconsistency increases with the decreases in the beta. This is my overall results and discussions. That is, in terms of accuracy, precision and recall and F measure, the Navy based ridge regressions and lasso regression models which are used to identify the accuracy, precision and recall and F measures. Here the responses per year in the year of 2022, the responses may be raised. Conclusion: the totally 7,98,221 learners were taken, and applying the data mining techniques or machine learning techniques to encourage the motivate the slow learners. Here Navy based probability model, that is to identify the learners emotional review, to identify the learners who are not listening the offline classes and also skip the videos in online classes. The ridge regression to find the who are answering the questions properly and take into sparse matrix, and also weak learners who are not answering, that is taken into the sparse matrix by indicating that 0. The lasso regressions uplift the slow learners by adding some penalty to the weak learners. Hence the above three methods which is used to find the effectiveness learners of the classes. Here are some of the references which is followed, which is used to taken as a taken the basic idea from that from these papers. Chorus, and thank you.